Hello, 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 and welcome back to another match of Crosskeys Tournament 2021. We have WallKicks versus Humbugh today, and we will be getting set off now here shortly for this matchup. I am super excited for this. I'm joined today by my co-commentator, Dazed Cloud, and on tracking we have Lady Lauralinda and Tofile. How's it going,
Hey.
Dazed?
Oh, it's going well. What's your name again?
Oh, my name is Blibberl.
It's good to have you back, Liberal. It's like anytime we can get a chance to do one of these, it's always a good time here. But yeah, we're on semifinals now. Final four here. We got WallKicks, Humbugh. They're gonna go through their match to see exactly who's going to be able to get to the finals there, facing the winner of the Zelda and Goomba matches on the other side. Man, I'm very excited for this. Hope everybody's up for a little bit of late night rando, I think.
Oh, I am so excited for this. And good night to Cubs, who needs his sleep, who was kind enough to set up this whole restream for us and get us going. Well, I was busy working until very shortly before this match started. So, everybody, GG's to Cubs, who is going to nap now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Cubs here. And it looks like we're going to get started in just a minute here. This is going to be game one, so nobody else is gonna we're gonna not have anything to know until this one gets under, and Humbugh is going to start with 3 bombs there out of Sanctuary, where WallKicks is starting from Link's house. Now typically I know WallKicks tends to go for the hula hand start versus the Sank start over here by Humbugh with a very quick escape check.
Ooh, very, very nice. Yeah, as long as if WallKicks takes that venture into Sanctuary before ooh, we got Swamp Palace and Palace of Darkness as our 2 5/6 crystals. That's nice. So getting those bombs out of Sanctuary and Sanctuary being at Houlihan is very nice setup.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you can just you almost have a decision to make there. Like, okay, so I'm going to go into escape almost immediately, and then should I houlihan quickly, or what exactly should I do next here? Looks like WallKicks is just going to go directly for the houlihan. I did not see what Humbugh saw there at that one spectacle rock connector.
Oh, I actually did not see that either. A sword! Well, a sword!
Ooh,
thank you,
there's
Topal.
a nice one. Yeah, right. No, this is that's an interesting early find there. That means you're definitely gonna want to try to get find the other side of that. The problem is that could be pretty much anywhere in the game.
So unfortunately for WallKicks, he did not bother to go grab that chest inside Sanctuary, where he would have realized, oh, I can do a Sank drop. He will, I'm sure, do a save and quit at some point, but the amount of time that he could be having a cane of Samaria on hand is going to be reduced compared to Humbugh, who got it in the first 10 seconds of the match.
Yeah. A whole lot you can do with it yet, but I mean, at some point these guys will get magic, and then having a cane will come in big handy as WallKicks gets spit out. And speaking of magic, there you go. There's the front of Turtle Rock there at Eastern Palace for Humbugh, so he's going to be able to check one chest here before taking a death warp to get out of here.
Yeah, it's worth popping in. I mean, you have the cane in hand, so it's there for you. And giving us a big key to this dungeon.
All right, so we're gonna play like that today. It looks like game. Fair enough. Okay, so should we play the guessing game of exactly how many big keys are gonna just be in their vanilla dungeons today?
Ooh, I'm gonna say 3.
Oh, okay.
That's the big one. That's a big
That's
number.
a big number right there. I would be shocked if it's more than one, but we'll see. All right, so we're gonna get a couple more new checks here. Humbug is making his way down to flute spot 5 as WallKicks finds basically the. Oh, this is not a great place to have a. Well, I guess with the cane with Samaria, Humbug should be okay, but occasionally these mold orbs can clip through the blocks there, so you got to be a little bit careful here on one heart.
And Jay Coper pointing out in chat, Eastern Palace being a pendant makes that eternal debate of should you dip Eastern? It makes it a bit of an easier choice.
Yeah, that's one of those times where if you know Eastern's a pendant, you're probably just going to go directly in when you find it. That's unfortunate. Humbug taking that. Unfortunately, proving me very, very accurate. I don't know there with that death there in Spiral Cave, but should be able to come back from that. But that is not a good death to take. That's just more or less where it is going to make it so that you don't want to go back to that area for a long time. So for Humbug's sake, he's going to hope that there is nothing there that he wants. Meanwhile, we found Agina's Cave and Library over here. Library just moved exactly one thing south. Looks like our Tier 2 tree pull today is going to have a red rupees.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good chunk of money for if you're trying to stack up on some funds.
Well, definitely here as WallKicks making his way through Kakariko, just finding a whole bunch of different things. Well, meanwhile, here at the Hyrule Castle main entrance, Humbug found the Quarreling Brothers connector. So we're going to just hop in here real fast, find out that it takes us right by the basically the Death Mountain ascent, vanilla ascent. So. And Tier 1 tree pull going to be bombs. So tree pulls today are pretty nice.
Yeah, you can't ask for a whole lot more coming out of trees. Some people would debate that getting magic from trees is good, but it's so few and far between with the number of magic drops you can find elsewhere. Having a reliable source of money and a reliable source of bombs is much more valuable, especially in the early game.
Oh, 100% here. Now, what's kind of nice is we're looking at Humbug up here being able to find the Lumberjack drop, having Uncle. So he's going to be able to get these 2 keys, which means any sort of Aga shenanigans today are just going to be completely unnecessary. Getting a small key to Desert Palace out of it, too, so to add just a little bit of intrigue. Sick Kid is in his vanilla place today because of course he is.
Okay, I like the vanilla twist to this, and we get a GT not at all vanilla.
Yeah, we're gonna have that GT just smack in the middle of Kakariko today as we get a Fire Rod over on Humbug's side here. So now he's got Fire Rod and he's got a red cane. When he gets into GT, he's gonna be able to do a bit.
Oh yeah, well, WallKicks just pulling out half magic and the bow. Very good timing for him being able to use that magic now to get him into Tile Room.
Oh man, all we need to do is find a early GT big key and these guys can just start climbing.
Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate coming down here and doing Tile Room without the opportunity to continue going. So no key, no Fire Rod, but...
Hammer!
Worth it!
Well, okay then. So you're going to take that hammer and... Man, if you really wanted to be aggressive here, you can sequence break the left side, and I think WallKicks is considering that.
Oh, well, he got the hammer in hand. He's going that far. He is going that far. And seeing a small key on the torch. There are actually a lot of small keys on Boots Lock locations, and I do believe, if I'm not wrong, there's also a key on Hylia Island.
You are right there. We did see that earlier here. So now WallKicks basically has to get this one, like, it's basically a similar to a hammer yump setup here to get across here. Gets the first one. That's well done. Now, if he can get the second bomb across here, he'll be able to pick up the 4 chest. But that went poorly.
It's like he did it on purpose. He was like, "No, I'm not going to bomb jump this. I'm not going to do my little glitch. I'm just going to pick it up and take the death."
That was called, oh, I think I'm slightly off. Let me try to fix it. Oh, crap. Too late. And, yeah. Meanwhile, though, we did get to see Ganon there hanging out at the Smith drop right there. So we know where our pig is going to be today.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice to know. Now all we need is 7 more crystals, and we can just go right in. Except for we need 2 swords.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we've got a ways to go. We're 10 minutes in here. Now these guys are both more than capable of being able to finish this thing in around about 2 hours, but we're gonna have to see exactly what sort of seed this thing gives us before we start making predictions on anything with that.
And Humbug pulled a small key to thieves out of the well there, getting a big key to pod and some more bombs.
That's quite nice here. So we're gonna see exactly what Humbug does once he gets into GT here with a little bit of extra stuff. As we get a quick map check there, that was a green pendant on Tower of Hera and a blue pendant over on Eastern. It looked like. So taking quick advantage of the knowledge here. I mean, if you got basically 2 maps to the light world, you might as well check it, really.
Yeah, exactly. And we're only 1 pendant away from having full crystal knowledge.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. We are right there already. That's crazy.
Yeah, we are potentially 1 map away 10 minutes in from knowing everything.
It works for me. Sure. Yep. Why not?
You know what? And like Vanilla Well, like this is an interesting seed. Oh, if they were all pendants? Light World? All pendants? That would be pretty cool.
That'd be fun. We could get somewhere with that right there. Alright, so
Glove in Hyrule Castle.
Yep, Humbug is going to take his small key that he just stole from left side there. He's going to be heading to Compass Room, it looks like, here. But yeah, you mentioned it there. That is a in logic glove. That first chest in Hyrule Castle is 100% in logic. So WallKicks, nice little find. Now Humbug gets to play the tile dashing game here. Now that's a good question. Yeah, if Jay Cooper's asking there in chat, if you've got you pick up that bow, you go probably all the way to Ice Armos, I think. I mean, you want to knock out as much stuff as you possibly can. So. Okay, Humbug making his way through nice and easily through WallKicks. Gonna take a quick little death warp out of this. Taking a few seconds to make sure some more of these Gibdos get exactly what's coming to them.
Alright. Sword. Very nice. Small key to Aga Tower. And that's it. That's good. I'm all for it.
Yeah, the small key to Castle Tower is going to make it so that when you go in there, if you find that, you can clear both checks real easy. But the sword is definitely the bigger ticket item there. As WallKicks is playing around in the dark again here, and he's going to make his way there. He's through the snake hallway. He's going to work his way over towards Dark Cross here and try to figure out exactly where where the thing is that he needs to get to.
Yeah, fortunately having half magic and Burna on hand makes it less threatening, but not that exciting. Taking that death.
Got his map, so while maybe not the most exciting reward in the thing, you definitely don't want to leave that behind.
Okay.
What? I don't know how Humbugh got that bomb down the pit there. I'm impressed. Well done, bud. Alright, taking a little bit of time, getting himself up to 20 arrows. So that way, as long as he doesn't mess up anything down here on the ice armors, he'll be able to take this down. Getting a quick sick kid check from WallKicks' side there with the with what he found in that one Hyrule Castle entrance. Nothing to speak of really there.
Getting all the way to Ice Armos on 4 hearts, less than 15 minutes into this race. Pretty good.
That's when you know that you're gonna have a fun seed right there.
Oh yeah.
Gonna take the bombs to the face there to knock himself out. WallKicks, on the other hand, took through Hookshot Cave. Looks like he got himself up onto Death Mountain there. I didn't see exactly which connector it was there, but Hookshot Cave treating him nicely. Finding the backside of Paradox Cave and then jump down here, and it looks like we're gonna take a little walk through this back of Turtle Rock kind of connector.
Check the map, be a pendant. Check the map, be a pendant.
Okay. We've now ended up into Village of Outcasts over here on his side, so on WallKick's side, so that's kind of nice. So with bunny walking is going to continue a little bit more as we find a Mimic Cave a little bit further in.
Yeah. You know what? I approve of all of this bunny walking, and you know, it's give them a little something that they still have to work for, because they've been handed a lot of items very early on into this match. So make them bunny walk for a while. I don't want to see that Pearl anytime soon.
Oh yeah, that works for me. I mean, I'm always good for an entertaining seed to watch there. I mean, if I'm playing one like that, maybe not as much fun. But I personally gotta thank WallKicks for doing probably my favorite sequence break in the entire game and going directly over to Skull Woods here. The moment that you can. I don't know. Personally, I find this one to have the highest one of the higher values of like something you can do like within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Let's take a look at what Skullwood's got to offer. Only 20 rupees in that chest for WallKicks.
The thing is when this one works, man, it works really nice, because depending on how deep that pearl is, this could turn into a really big early sequence break. And what's even more, this is the bad Skull Woods layout. So if WallKicks kind of gets lucky with his drops here, he could really get himself into something interesting. This will do perfectly, actually.
There we go.
All right, so does the little death revive inside of Skull Woods, which means that he can walk around in his normal state. Grab these items. The other thing with this is that you will kind of guaranteed, if you go to the pinball room, because of the earlier version of the randomizer that the entrance engine kind of works through. This key in pinball room is going to be guaranteed to be a skull key. So now when you find, it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. And now when you find Mothula, you can go back and immediately kill him.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. But yeah, is this even rando? Vanilla Skullwoods key?
I mean, that's always there. That's always there. That's why you make. that's why I make that thing there. You can 100% walk out of there with at the very worst a Skullwoods key to kill Mothula. But I don't know. So we got both guys going down south, and Mini Moldorm Cave has Mini Moldorm Cave.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
This seed is I like it. I'm here for it.
It's very interesting. I think Humbugh's going to have a slightly easier time with this than having the sword. WallKicks going to give us the items first here. Start off with a key to GT and a key to pod there. So that's going to be number 1 or number 2? Number 2 for
number 2. Yep.
Yeah, for WallKicks, and one more bottle there, bottle of blue goose, which everybody will very gladly take along their way.
Oh, definitely. Yep. And when watching this seed, I have to I gotta thank our seed roller, Jay Coper, who also helped kind of get everything set up for this to go today. You've rolled something that's promising.
I mean, you say that.
Oh well, I mean, it's going to be at the very least promising to me.
Very true. Okay.
He may very well get cursed by the runners at some point.
So we got both of them in different places right now. We got WallKicks down in the ice grot cave sort of area there, finding a entrance to another one of the entrances over to Hyrule Castle there, the center entrance, and finding our potion shop. Then also kind of getting a dark connector that we are in the process of learning where we are. Our tracker's saying that we're in the front of Old Man Cave, so we should be seeing this real quick, him popping up on top of the mountain.
Ooh.
High on top of the mountain, actually, it looks like.
As high as you can get.
Alright, well, I mean, if it wasn't completely apparent that we are locked, that is going to be locked behind the mirror, but that actually has your moon pearl right there.
Ooh. Okay, that's satisfying. Unfortunately, no more bunny walking for WallKicks for us to entertain ourselves with, but who knows how long it'll take Humbugh to find his way over there.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly, because that's not like the easiest place to kind of decide to go to. There's a lot happening in this seed so far, and it's really kind of interesting exactly which way these guys are going to end up going, because they've definitely split up a bit.
Oh yeah, there are items that are going to take a little while, I suspect, for either of the runners to kind of recover what the other runner has.
And oh man, this is kind of even more awkward for Humbugh here. He's up on the mountain, but he won't be able to get to the old man unless he finds a mirror up here. gonna be able to get a few more items though than WallKicks will, just because he has the Turtle Rock big key. Being very careful.
Oh, mitts. 23 minutes in.
Wow, so that's Mit's Hammer and Moon Pearl over on WallKick's side.
Yep.
That's access to do pretty much everything in the game, almost. That is something. I'm not 100% sure exactly how Humbug got up here, but I want to say it was something like coming through this desert entrance there. He found Desert Center and then came out this other way. Yeah, I want to say Desert Center is down at the dam, if I was following that right. As we're kind of going to run through the rest of these Death Mountain checks as quickly as we can here, as we're poking through. Humbug finding the Bonk Rocks entrance there, and that's just going to have a map, so nothing too interesting.
Hey, you know, we say that it's not interesting, but oh, and actually, well, in the light world at some point, I don't know when, but it seems Humbug did check his map for Desert Palace to see that Desert Palace is actually a crystal today.
Yeah, that is one of the newer things that we can do, actually. If you look up in the top left corner of Humbug's screen right now, you can see that we've got a little C up there, right? That little C means that Turtle Rock right now is a crystal. That's something that they just put into this into the latest release. I want to say it's about a week old, but yeah, it's changing the way that we look at a couple of things. So that is a crystal Turtle Rock as well, and WallKicks deciding not to go further through Turtle Rock from here. Kind of a little surprised he didn't at least go to Crystal Roller Room there, but probably hoping to be able to do that later. Humbug. It's interesting that both of these guys have very different items right now. Humbug deciding to steal the key here out of the Pokey Room, and instead we're going to make our way over to probably the very front of Turtle Rock right now. Since we have that fire rod, we can open up those two firelock chests on the right side.
That is an interesting choice. I'm loving this diversion. This has been a great seed to see two very skilled runners split themselves up like this, and keeping it entertaining. I can't keep track of where any of the connectors are, because anytime somebody goes through a connector, I'm looking at the other player.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. I'm trying to write down as much as I can, because now WallKicks is immediately on his way up to Catfish, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out exactly, wait, how did he get over here? And remembering it was more than likely through the old man. This is just tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff here. These guys are, yeah, like two of the best runners around right now. I mean, obviously they're in the final four. It's just kind of the thing. So a lot of people are questioning, why is Humbug doing this? Because he could just go through the right side, the front of Turtle Rock later there. But I mean, I think the argument is he's here now, right? If you tell yourself I'm going to come back for it, you run the risk of never coming back for it.
Or coming back so late, and it was something that you could have grabbed now.
Right. I mean, it turns out to be nothing. So that's not exactly it. But with this, now WallKicks down in the dark shopping mall area here, we're going to get to see what these three things. Going to put this glove to great use, finding the laser bridge, not laser bridge, the laser eye entrance of Turtle Rock. So he's going to take a quick thing here. And I think I know what Humbugh is doing here. Humbugh died in Spiral Cave earlier, so he's making his way back there. As we get the big key to GT sitting in the chicken house down in Dark Shopping Mall. That's an interesting find because that's not a super fun place to get to.
Back to the Spiral Cave, and much better equipped to handle the onslaught of mini Moldorms here.
Yeah, 7 hearts and blue mail with a sword and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like, yeah, this is all right. It looks like the back of the old man, our old man entrance today is going to be on top of Bumper Cave. So that's 2 of the big 3 connectors that we've already found today. It looks like as we get through Spiral Cave and end up at the bottom of the Curiosity Shop there on Humbugh's side. So nothing really there.
Okay, now we're seeing a little less rapid gathering of items, which is good. It's good to kind of pace it now.
All right. Humbugh making his way over to the Ice Rod Cave area there. There's a very good chance that in a second he will find the old man. Is the old man rescue cave, and which will give him his pearl, which at this point is gives him the Dark World access that he needs. But there is another thing here. He is going to get Hyrule Castle front, and so he's going to have a decision to make. Which one of those is he going to follow? One of them is going to lead to his mitts.
Yep.
And he jumps down, so he's going to get his pearl. Definitely, probably the better decision there for making a completely blind guess.
Yeah, it's honestly I support this decision. Getting the it'll reward him with that pearl, and the mitts can come a little bit later. That's okay. The pearl definitely opens up a lot more for him in the more immediate time frame than running around with mitts and no pearl.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a ton more available to him here in just a second. Now, Humbugh gonna bounce across here, go out the laser eye entrance, and now if I'm right, this is gonna put him right next to where his GT big key is. So this is so both of these runners are just getting things like one after the other at this point. Nobody jumping out to anything that would really be called an advantage at this point. It's 30 minutes in and across.
Yeah.
You kind of expect, you don't expect somebody to get out to a huge lead, but at the same time, it's kind of interesting how these guys are prioritizing different checks.
Yeah, but it's been great. It's been great so far. Just getting to witness this, how open it has been. It's not been a very linear seed, and bottlenecking our runners just to kind of follow in each other's footsteps. It's letting them kind of make their own decisions and run one way or another. And we get to see all of this, and I'm sure it's hurting some brains. It's hurting mine.
Oh, I mean, I know for quite a lot of people, it's very late at night. I know with Humbugh being, I want to say Humbugh based out of Sweden, I want to say, and WallKicks there is, I want to say, on the west coast of the States here. This is one of the few times that they could actually find a time to play. And So, you know, we're
Yeah.
here, and we're
Yeah,
glad that they got it in.
Yes, definitely. I think what it is that they are 9 hours in the difference. And so trying to find a sensible time for the both of them, this was the best option they had.
Well, it's definitely going to work out here for all of us because we get to enjoy a excellent match, and WallKicks tried to squeeze through there. There just wasn't enough space.
No.
All right, so both guys kind of going ahead and kind of tracking through each what the other one has done so far. At this point, I'd say, you know, if you like Crosskeys, if you like good rando, make sure to go ahead and give these guys a follow. Here, we're into the final 4 of this Crosskeys tournament.
Yep.
Here in 2021, and big shout outs to everybody who's helped out with this tournament, making it what it is here. Big shout outs to our trackers today over there. We've got Tofile again, who's tracked just an absolute ton of these cross-key matches this year, and Lady Laura Linda, who's both of them are probably up well past their bedtimes.
Yes, you two, I must admit, are probably our most devoted trackers. Some of our most devoted trackers this season going around. There have been, I've seen both of you be told, no, don't take that match. You need to sleep. Please stop taking multiple matches a day. And we have found Ice Palace over on WallKicks side.
Add that to the list of things that we no longer need to find, but we can't really do anything over on WallKicks side because somehow he has not been to the very, very northern parts of the Lost Woods where his fire rod is currently sitting. So, some point he'll make his way up there, and when he finds that, he's probably going to let a very slow release of air.
Yes, it will be a bit of a frustrated moment.
Well, okay, we're still making our way through everything. We got WallKicks making his way back to Pod here, carrying his monkey with us. Humbugh's going to be able to, first time into Mimic Cave here, be able to show us exactly what is the item that these little 4 annoying things locked behind the hammer are. And what do we got? It is just a piece of heart, but more importantly, Pod has Blind's hideout here. So here's 5 items back here on the WallKicks side.
This is a much bigger payout. Ice rod, boots. Okay, yeah, this is a huge payout. Big key to Meyer.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of things here. We got one more. Is this gonna? Are we gonna go 4 for 5? We got a small key to Swamp. Yeah, that's full 4 for 5 right there. That's a massive cave.
100% required, with Swamp Palace being one of our 5-6 crystals.
Yeah, no, we are. That is about as good of a cave as you can get here. You a lot of times when you find a 5-item cave in Crosskeys, you just kind of go, okay, whatever. It's not going to have anything. But no, this time it had everything. Well, now Humbugh deciding to go into Eastern Palace. He does know that this is a pendant. He checked his map earlier, or if he wanted to, like we mentioned earlier, the latest addition to this the randomizer there is the pendant or crystal notification up in the top left corner of Humbug's screen right now. WallKicks deciding to, stop playing Crosskeys and just use the vanilla portals to get around right now, which, it makes sense. All right, Swamp Palace entrance, not going to have anything of interest there, but going to keep working our way through this Southern Dark World side over on WallKicks as Humbugh picks up a big 300 rupee stash there in the second chest of Eastern Palace. Okay, a little chess game over at the Vanilla Hype Cave entrance gets you another heart container. Definitely not going to complain about that, especially when you're at a total of 8 hearts. Now, WallKicks does have red mail. He has not gone deeper into GT right now because he kind of can't at the moment. Oh, and he just finds Misery Mire. But he has no sword, he has no lamp, he has the big key, and he does have the red cane. So if he really wanted to force it, he could do that. It would not be fun. I think finding Paradox Cave here is a much better decision on his side. Alright, first two items there. Going to go ahead and get himself a Bombos medallion, which he can't use yet. And there's a big key to Thieves Town there on in the Eastern Palace big key chest over there on Humbugh's side. So not finding a ton of stuff, but then finding something huge at the very, very end of this check here. Now, unfortunately, we don't know yet if that's actually something that Humbugh's going to need, because we don't know if that's going to be our last pendant or not. Either way, though, very, very, very nice. As Humbugh hops through the back of Turtle Rock Connector there, gets to the bottom of Dark Death Mountain, and then it's just going to turn around and come right back the way he came.
Alrighty, I'm back. I apologize.
It's all right. Hope those burgers are going to be delicious.
Actually, they didn't deliver it. They said they did, and it's not outside our house anywhere.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I currently have the man angry texting skip the dishes.
Yeah, no, I get you there. Well, not really, can't say you've really missed too much here, because we got both guys running through here. WallKicks did find the front of Paradox Cave and the front of Misery Mire. Decided not to go into Misery Mire. Paradox Cave gave him silvers and a Bombos medallion.
Okay.
Humbugh here has found himself into
Super Bunny.
This one, yeah, Super Bunny. There you go.
There you go.
As race game gives us a whole fat lot of nothing on WallKicks side, and we're gonna get these two chests here out of Super Bunny Cave and gets a shovel.
Okay, that opens up a little fetch quest for us. Well, WallKicks is fetch questing on his end.
Okay, so Super Bunny today turns out to be the back of Skull Woods.
And we have found Eastern, which, I mean, it being a pendant, might as well dip it.
definitely. We saw this from Humbug just a second ago here. There's pretty much nothing in the first 3 chests there, but if you go all the way back to the Eastern Palace big key chest there, you are going to get the big key to Thieves Town. So WallKicks is going to take his frog on a tour here and give him a chance to really get to see places that he wouldn't get to go otherwise.
And just another load of 300 rupees.
So let's go ahead and check this shovel real fast. Find a red boomerang, deciding not to get it. I'm a little surprised just because it does make certain things a little easier, like going through GT. And at the moment, we have no way of checking stun prize. Not like I can't imagine the stun prize is something that really is in the front of their minds at this point, as we've definitely slowed down on the item checks.
Yeah. You don't have the big key. You don't have the big key.
All right, I'm sitting here just knocking off stuff right now, trying to figure out exactly what we're going to be seeing these guys do next. It looks like Humbug is going to take this Thieves Town big key, and we're going to go directly in. Now, since we haven't picked up a map to Thieves Town yet, we still do not know what we're going to get here at the end of this.
Yeah, and it's both the big key and the small key for thieves.
Right. So Humbug, I mean, for Humbug, this makes perfect sense. I mean, like, technically that Thieves Town big key that WallKicks just picked up there is going to be locked behind Lamp. But at the same time, we're not going to really care about Lamp after a point. I mean, that's something that's in the back of our head. But, I mean, if we need to piece together the logic later, sure. But, yeah, not right now.
No, lamp logic is one of those things that you don't really regard at the moment. You just you take what you can get, and then if it becomes a problem later, try to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is really actually, well, people kind of pointing out there in chat that this is really kind of an interesting scenario with the lamp, being that, oh, never mind, that's a mirror at the top of the attic here, so that's a whole lot right now.
Yep.
Everything in the dark world right now is technically locked behind our lamp. Well, no, I don't think it is now that we have that. Well, yes it is. No, because we need the lamp to rescue the old man, regardless of whether or not we get that mirror. So, man, there's just a lot going on right now. As WallKicks goes ahead and he checks our hammer pegs right now, finds that it was just our Cave 45 entrance there. Looked like it was just 10 arrows, so nothing there. But let's make our way through a Super Bunny over there for WallKicks. It's going to take a second here. Try to set up a bomb jump to skip having to go up and down a couple of stairs. Gets it, no problem. And yeah, so looks like it's on to blind for Humbug here. So we're gonna make this pretty easy, and we can just go ahead and kill blind here with the nice scripted fight here. Just take your 9 hits really, really quick and easy. If you follow this perfectly, blind will do the same thing every time. And so far, Humbugh is just showing pretty much the perfect fight. All right, it takes 1 fireball. So as soon as I say something, he gets a fireball to the face. Doesn't matter. Blind goes down. And more importantly, he's going to drop our first crystal of the match there, here at about the 48-30 point. WallKicks popping out, carrying the Smith there at King's Tomb. Unfortunately, I didn't see what connector he took to get there.
Oh,
he didn't take a connector.
No idea. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right, he's got the mitts, so he didn't take a connector there. Yeah, right. And then Hyrule Castle left. All right, there. Thank you guys. There's a lot to follow when we're doing one of these.
Yes. So we've solved the mystery of the hamburgers, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Order was accidentally placed to our old address.
Oh, that's
so
somebody...
it's sitting on the other side of town right now.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry for you.
And the restaurant's closed now too.
Oh God. It's like the story just keeps getting worse.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh man. So Humbugh picking up his mitts there as I sigh for my co-commentators. Lost burgers.
Oh.
Right now. But
well, whoever might be at our old place right now, likely got hamburgled because we did not live in a good neighborhood.
Yeah, that's interesting there.
And the fire rod finally in WallKicks' hands.
Very, very true. Like, after this point, now WallKicks might decide that this is a very good time to go to GT here, because he's got the boots advantage over Humbugh here, and he's had that for, I don't know, a good 15-some minutes, but Humbugh's also had a sword for probably about 40 minutes now, which, while not the biggest advantage, is definitely an advantage here, so... But gonna see exactly here where WallKicks goes now that he's got the materials needed to kind of do some things. Looks like first decision is going to be Thieves Town.
That's fair. Having all of it in hand, might as well clear out the whole thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit harder without having a sword there, but I mean, he's definitely got the materials that he needs to be able to kill blind here. He's got a hammer if he wants to go for the super fancy fight. If he wants to go for the super easy fight, he could just, slap on the blue cane and just take it down in no time whatsoever. Humbugh's about to have a really bad day here in about 10 seconds.
Uh-oh.
As he walks out and immediately gets locked into the King's Tomb.
Oh, wait.
Oh, right. He did pick up mitts. That's right.
Yes.
Never mind. He's fine. Yep. But yeah, he had the same reaction that I did, which was, oh, I'm locked in. And then, wait a minute. No, I'm not. As right there, we find out exactly that behind GT today, we do have the Lost Woods hideout drop. So there's going to be one item back there sitting, waiting for these runners to maybe make the decision to go find. But I mean, I don't know. 1 GT key so far, and we're 53 minutes in. I mean, that's not really saying, hey, let's go climbing yet. And furthermore, looks like we the other part of that is that the GT Big Key today is locked. Well, it was actually not locked behind flippers now I think about it, because you can go through the laser eye entrance there in Turtle Rock to get there. So still can't imagine we're going to see either of these guys hurry their way over there. Okay, getting a map check there from Humbugh just to find out that something he already actually knew. Now, is Humbugh going to make a different choice there? Now, he doesn't have the Misery Mire Big Key. That's right, because the Misery Mire Big Key right now, I think, is hiding in Blind's Hut, which is that pod main entrance.
Yes. Little ways off.
Yeah, that's a bit of a walk. Kind of going the right direction, sort of. First, we're going to stop here and grab our Bombos medallion and a... what was the other thing in here?
Silvers.
Yeah, that was it. Right.
Yeah. I wasn't even here for it, but I remember you told me.
Thank you very much, because sometimes I end up talking so much during one of these that I can't remember what the heck I'm talking about half the time. All right, Wally over here going for hammer strats on Blind. Gets through phase 1. Gonna tank a couple of shots here in phase 2.
Not that big a deal. I mean...
And then just decides, you know what, I'm tired of getting hit. All right. That is Red Rupee and, more importantly, Crystal #1 for WallKicks. So we're tied up on our crystal counts at this point.
Very nice.
I'm being teased in chat, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an ether medallion there, hanging out on top of the floating island today. As Humbugh took the top of what is this called? The top of Paradox Cave entrance there to find out. To find this, so, and it looked like that's ether to open up Turtle Rock. So interesting kind of chain of events real fast there. So, Humbugh immediately being able to find both of the Turtle Rock connectors here. Now, WallKicks finally is going to pick up his first sword right there.
Ooh.
And we're going to get to see some of the East Death Mountain over here. Starting off with Waterfall Fairy. Gets a small key to Turtle Rock.
And a couple of bombs. So this is nice. We're now getting into some new locations to be checking. And WallKicks gets the advantage of getting all of those boots locked keys. So got the small key to Turtle Rock. Did he hit the library yet?
I don't think so.
No, okay. Thank you.
But we do get the brewery over there on Humbugh's side on basically the typical entrance for Paradox Cave in the vanilla sense here, where not a whole lot. But we get Hype Cave also on East Death Mountain. So here's 5 items, and there is our lamp finally. And our
And
flippers.
flippers. Okay. Little hype of a cave. You know, that's a good enough hype for me.
I mean, that is a great thing to find at the end of your route. You just get all the way through everything and you get that. So we got a pod key there. Lock behind our 4 GT keys. So kind of interesting.
Yeah. And finally getting his 5-6 crystal knowledge over on Humbugh's side.
Okay, and where are we going to go there? As WallKicks is going to show us exactly what's behind the rest of this here. He's going to have to make this one bomb jump over. Just a shield here. So we've got matching shields on both runners right now. We got WallKicks with a red male advantage here. Other than that, we're starting to run pretty much with very similar item sets. It's just more for Humbugh where he needs to be getting is he needs to continue all the way to the pod main entrance. Because WallKicks went ahead and just got WallKicks went ahead and just picked up his Master Sword, so he's now able to go ahead and defeat Ganon once he picks up all 7 of his crystals.
Yeah, that's only, those are the, only requirements we have left is, 7 crystals. 6 crystals. That's it. Nothing else.
I mean, there's big keys and everything else involved too. But
Big keys, small keys, you know.
I mean, to get to those 7 crystals is still a bit of a process. That's the entire fun of the game, right?
Exactly.
But we are starting to kind of run a little low on locations. If I'm gonna be honest with you here, there's not a whole lot left now. Humbugh's going to go directly into Ice Palace here. We get a little C up in the corner, meaning that this is going to also be a crystal. Doesn't have the big key, so he's going to have to do a couple of things to get through it. He'll have to definitely make sure that he hits the switch before he heads down for Icebreaker. And not even wasting any time there with the with any sort of bomb strats or anything like that. He is just deciding, you know what? I'm just going to kill this. All right, so WallKicks down into the library, picks up a small key on that thing to the Tower of Hera. As everybody says collectively, ew.
I love the basement. I love getting that small key.
I could go a long, long way with not finding that and be perfectly happy in my seeds, honestly. I mean... Alright, we've got an Icebreaker over on Humbugh's side here. Not wanting to play nice here. We're going for the tap method here, where you're trying to go 1 pixel to the, try to swing your sword 1 pixel to the left, and then press up or down, and make our way through the rest of this here. And that is gonna be a small key to Ice Palace here. So we got both of the small keys to Ice Palace. Now, are we gonna get your little prediction of finding another getting one of our 3 big keys to a dungeon inside the dungeon today?
Yes, please.
Got a few items left yet.
Yep. Compass to GT. Not exciting.
WallKicks actually took the time. When he came up here, he came up through Hookshot Cave, so he was able to pick up the pick up the Ether Medallion on this, so he's going to show us real quick what is actually locked behind the Turtle Rock main entrance today, and it's nothing. I mean, you both kind of hate to see that, and you're kind of okay with seeing that too. You'd probably rather it would be something because of the steps that's necessary to go get there. But if we get into a late game scenario, the fact that WallKicks has that done is going to be to his advantage, because that's just one less thing that he'll have to think about. And man, this Ice Palace is not really having anything, is it?
No, it's not the most exciting Ice Palace I've ever seen.
Well, let's go kill Cold Stare, see if maybe he'll have something that'll make this entire time worth it besides having the crystal. But
I mean,
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a crystal, so at the very least, it's it's not all for naught.
Well, yeah, I mean, very true. I mean, you would definitely like to get all of the things that you need for this here. As Humbugh going for the spins there to get Cold Stare into the corner and then just lighting him on fire. Taking him down.
WallKicks is finally getting to his getting to his hype cave, got his flippers and his lamp. So what entrances do we still need to find? We haven't found Agate Tower yet, but that hopefully we don't have to bother with that. We haven't found Tower of Hera, Swamp Palace, or Back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, we're missing 4 dungeons right now. We're missing Sashrala. We haven't seen him yet today. I mean, as far as like actual item caves, we're not missing much. We're actually missing a surprising amount of dungeons, though, and I'm getting very interested right now where WallKicks is going, because he's coming up here to the three entrances on the top of the castle right now that you can only get to with the mirror. And well, Humbugh's getting doing something really good though, because he is in Blind's Hut here, and there are, what, 4 great things in here? Ice Rod, boots, that big key to Mire, and then the small key over there coming up here to Swamp in the back. So yeah, this is really good, and man, yeah, top of the castle. That's a whole lot of nothing. So you ask a really good question of what is left.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. We got a couple of mirror lock locations left here. We've got, but other than that, we need to. It really kind of seems like we need to find a way into Misery Mire. So, like, I think our next progression is going to be that lamp. Not lamp, but sorry, flute, because we have not found a connector into that area yet, and trying to think of what else there really could be here. So,
yeah, I guess finding a flute would help. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what connectors we have not seen yet. Like we haven't been able to do the bumper cave connectors.
Oh, yeah, true.
And that could theoretically pop us there, but then again, we also haven't seen Desert Right, so that's just as likely to just chuck us out on Desert Right and just be like, well, nope, that's not it either. I mean, I feel like Humbugh's got probably a pretty good play here going into Misery Mire. I mean, we know, and I believe he knows that this is 50-50 on being your last your last pendant. But at the same time, I can't think of something else better to do. And it looks like we might have both runners coming in at the exact same time, because WallKicks is following Humbugh directly here into Misery Mire. So he's not wasting any time either.
No, it's one of those things that it's, you know, it's one of the few options they have open to them. Might as well get through it.
Okay, so we're gonna check the fire lock chests here in Misery Mire. Now, these things are locked behind 3 Mire keys, which if you are looking at our trackers right now, you see that neither of these guys have. So the chances of there being something here are pretty low. But, you know, that being said, you're not going to necessarily leave 2 chests behind here just because you don't think that there's something there. Because this is rando and, you know, it loves to mess with you. Oh, that's a book.
Ooh. Okay, that gives us a couple of item checks. Little fetchy quests.
Yeah, a couple of fetch quests there, and the ability to open up the very front of the main desert entrance. So
yeah,
we're gonna put a pin in that.
Yep.
we might need that for later. Probably not, but maybe. Oh, Humbugh. Wisely realizing that when he bonked off the wall there, he's not going to be able to make that cycle, so he's going to have to jump out of that.
Yep.
Oh, and being asked a very good question there. Where is the TR Big Key? The TR Big Key is actually sitting in the very front of TR. It's basically the first chest that you would get going into TR on the left. It strangely vanilla if the TR front entrance wasn't completely in the wrong spot. Oh, man, I feel for these runners. Not having a single Mire small key means you kind of have to route Mire like this. Like there's not a good way to route it otherwise, because you have to go get the small key out of the pot. You have to go back over, and then it's just so many annoying little things that you have to do to clear Mire when you don't have a single small key. I mean, there's a
lot bouncing around.
Yeah, you're just basically doing like giant figure eights in it, and so far outside of this extremely deep in the logic book, we're we're not really getting anything out of here.
No. Yeah, this is slow going now. Compared to our first 30 minutes of the seed.
Yeah, I mean that feels the way that it is quite often when you're playing a lot of rando there. If you get a extremely front-loaded seed, after about an hour, there's a good chance that it just crawls to a complete slog, and that's just kind of what you got there. I mean, at the very least, we got both runners here making their way to Vitreous. Humbugh's going to be there first. With these silver arrows, this is not going to take very long. I'm hearing calls for this being a pendant and then both runners feeling really bad about it. Well, let's find out. It is a pendant, and there was nothing in here. So yeah, there's a good chance that both of these guys are gonna go, oh, I hope the other guy did this too. All right, we're going to go pick up this small key here off of Lake Hylia Island, find out that this was a key to Misery Mire, which is just cruel.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, man, that's just mean, game. What are you doing there? I'm very... I guess they both have been to Hobo already here. Now, Humbugh's coming back towards this area. Are we going to go check the lava chest here in TR? I think that might be what we're doing. Or that's called, I forgot that this was here. Now I'm going to go back in and check the lava chest. Humbug? What you doing, buddy?
What are you doing, buddy?
WallKicks picks up his first pendant of the day here. About to go get his Misery Mire key. I'm gonna have to try to remember this sequence here for later when we can talk to them in the interviews.
Yes.
Alright, now where to? Okay, so Humbug going back up the mountain here. So he's going to go back through Old Man Cave, just because, to be honest, there's not really a better way to do it, and considering where he is. And I think here at the, possibly at the hour 15 mark, we're going to see WallKicks start checking a few more of these other things. Looks like he's probably headed into Ice Palace himself. Ether tablet. I didn't see what that said.
Oh, I didn't catch that fast enough either.
I don't see great excitement in chat. So yeah, I'm kind of getting the idea that nobody cares.
No.
It was a small key to Skull Woods, which okay, that's good to know that Skull Woods is. Also, so okay, so that means that logically, you're supposed to go and get that.
Jinxie would care. True.
Hopefully, Jinxie's asleep right now.
She was playing before the match. I do know that. She was streaming. But she's probably in bed by now.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to say right now that thank you to everybody who is joining us today. I know that it is a bit on the late side for most people, so really do appreciate that you're here watching us tonight on Zelda Speedruns.
Yes, definitely a late evening for most people of the general day walkers in the Western Hemisphere.
I mean, I'm sitting here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I mean, I'm completely fine.
Yes,
I'm in great spirits, everybody.
Well, it's 3:50 a.m. here, but this is like lunchtime for me. This is lunchtime for me. I'm degen hours. I'm not a day walker anymore.
All right, well, fair enough, and we're into a fun Trinex fight over here on Humbug's side, and he's just decided he's just gonna wail on him with a fire rod there, and somehow it didn't want to die. Now we gotta hit it one more time. Well, some nice music for this fight, by the way. This nice Hollow Knight MSU that we've got featured on stream today. Actually, Humbug, if I remember right, Humbug made this.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's made a couple of really good things. He's not just a talented runner. He actually makes some really good MSUs too. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really good. And Hollow Knight is just an amazing game, amazing soundtrack. So getting this MSU here is a blessing for us all.
Definitely, and we got another crystal there for a humbug, as we're gonna magically warp back into the Eastern Palace area there, because that's where the front of Turtle Rock was. And actually, yeah, and I could kind of see that. Man, it's one of the biggest questions that WallKicks is going to have is when is he going to go back there? Because unfortunately for him, the very front of Turtle Rock right now is where the Turtle Rock
Big Key is.
Turtle Rock Big Key is. Yes, that's kind of an issue.
Yep. He's going to hold off on that for a while, I suspect.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so quick logic update here for everybody. Our tracker toe file here is giving us an interesting group here. So that is okay. So there is a Misery Mire small locked behind a TR small, which is locked behind all 4 GT smalls, which means the Skullwood small is then locked behind all of that. There will be a test later. All right, and WallKicks takes down Cold Stare for crystal number 2 right now. Humbug does have a 1 crystal lead, but I mean, there is kind of a few other things there that WallKicks has done there that Humbug has not. So we're evening up pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, and WallKicks, he had his boots. He had oh, and that's our Swamp Palace there at K45. That's nice to find. We still haven't found that dam yet.
Yeah, I was about to say that, actually. I'm thinking about things that we have not found yet, and that's kind of a big one.
Yep. I was thinking about it earlier. We hadn't found Swamp, but for the entrance to Swamp to matter, we need to have that dam and have it activated. So it's got to be somewhere. We're running out of entrances, and Mire is the only entrance-heavy location left. Area. So.
Yeah, no, I've been following this pretty closely. I've been sitting here with my Crosskeys, my entrance tracker up right now, and for entrances, it's the Mire Desert area that is the one that we're really locked out of right now. As there you go, there's Tower of Hera on left side race game. This is a green pendant, but we can get all 6 items, and from as far as we can tell, we're going to need the flute. So
yes,
you're going to do this right now. You don't really have anything better to do.
Yeah, we're getting a small key to GT. That's key number 2 for our runners. Going straight down to the basement. See, I like to see that. Aren't you happy now you had the option to come down here and get yourself an extra item?
I mean, no, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it, of course.
All runners would prefer to never see that small key.
Oh, yeah.
Me, as purely a viewer, I love to see it.
That's fair. That is fair. I cannot argue with you with that, even in the slightest bit. All right. Well, WallKicks has now picked up his has gone ahead and picked up his Turtle Rock Big Key here. People in chat wisely pointing out that he's just in the pod area right now, and all he has to do is mirror to get there. And it's like, yeah, you know what? You guys are right.
Yep.
All right, so it's a small key to pod in the basement here, man. All right, and
so that means that we have all 6. We know all 6 now.
Yeah, it looks like that. I think so. Yeah, because WallKicks has not been there, and we've got 5 keys over on Humbug's side. So yeah, that's got to be all 6. I don't remember exactly where all of them were.
No, goodness no. Well, it doesn't matter because they have them now. Except
Yeah.
for whichever one that WallKicks has that Humbugh doesn't.
Yeah, true.
And but you don't really need that 6th key. That 6th key you can live without very happily and be able to full clear the whole dungeon.
Now WallKicks is going to have a moment here because he's just finding the other end of Spiral Cave. He's just finding the other end of Spiral Cave here, and it's he had skipped that a second ago, and now he's going, oh man, I could have just come right here, and there you go. Our flute is on the smiths right now. Now that is kind of awkward.
They could have had that so much sooner.
Well, you know what was happening earlier is WallKicks was dragging around his smith, right?
Yeah.
And everything was great. Everything was great. He was going to go turn that in at some point, and then he walked into the uncle drop. And when you do that, you lose your follower. So he lost his smith. So WallKicks would have had that ages ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a giant find for Humbugh here.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't have the mirror at the time. I mean, that's pretty much what it came down to. I didn't have the mirror at the time, so I didn't do it.
Rip in peace. That's going to be, I think that's going to be the game changer. If he doesn't go and grab that smith very fast, I'd say that this is pretty heavily weighted. Wait,
well,
silence.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I don't know where I just typed that. That was not in chat. Oops. I don't know where it went, but I typed it somewhere. Did I?
It'll be fine.
Checking to make sure I didn't accidentally change the stream title.
We'll find out. It'll be all good here. I mean, it's a little 4 a.m. for you. It's no big deal. So we've got all right, so Purple Chest not having anything to speak of. Gonna check a couple more things that we've seen from WallKick's side over here for Humbugh. Man, I'm still surprised here that we have not seen Pod or anything like that in just a minute. So we got to find Pod. We got to find the back of Skull Woods still. And looks like WallKicks is just going to go this direction to go ahead and take on Trinex. So he's going to tie up the crystal count really quickly. But that, yeah, like you mentioned, that flute is going to loom large.
Yep. It's the locations we need. We need locations here. And, you know, the scattered item wouldn't hurt. But it's the back of Skull Woods. It's the dam. It's Pod. And the odds that all of them are probably in here is pretty high, pretty promising for Humbugh here. So,
I mean, at the very least, he's going to find quite a bit. I mean, he might not find everything. It might be something silly like something in, you know, Skull Woods locked behind the pyramid crystals. I mean, that just seems like something this game would do. But we'll find out in a couple of seconds here as we've got WallKicks there into his fight with Trinex.
Yeah, should make quick work of this. Him having the Master Sword is nice. Doesn't have to worry too much about how many smacks he's taken. Alright, let's see what we have here. We're not finding the locations we need. Where are the locations we need?
This is kind of crazy so far, isn't it? It is not being very helpful.
Nope.
As my stream takes a very interesting time to start hiccuping real bad for myself here, but hopefully I'll catch up in just a sec.
Hook shot. We got a hook shot.
Okay, so there's something we can start doing.
Yep. Yep. Not a lot going on. Not a lot going on here. The hook shot was nice, but for all the promise this land held, it is living up to its name. That's the second fairy.
Game is just not really wanting to do anything of interest in here. So,
Yep, not supporting us. Dam at last. Okay, at least the dam was here. So
into I guess we're gonna be headed into Swamp Palace in a minute now that we've got all of the goods for it.
Hoping for a vanilla big key.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind there. Yeah, that is one thing there. We still haven't looked into. I think the waterfall cave there, the vanilla waterfall cave. We haven't really seen this. WallKicks going to pop in, show us the ice rod cave there on the big island there, the pond of happiness cave.
Big key to Tower Hera. And WallKicks finally has full crystal knowledge. And Pod and Desert, yeah, that's a nice find. Good few items in here to take off and just get right on through. Ah, yes. We finally picked up one boomerang where the red boomerang was very violently rejected by Humbugh earlier. Let me take a look.
I'm not sure on that, but it kind of looks like it. Skullwood's big key.
Skullwood's big key. And Harapot's doable now, so big key doesn't matter for that. Oh wait, no, Hera is green pendant, so we don't need to worry about that at all. Oh, and he needs his second sword. Yeah, WallKicks needs Desert Big Key.
Okay, sorry, I was having a little trouble with my stream there, so I had to go ahead and start working through things to try to figure out exactly what was going on there. I think I've got it all settled out, so thanks for covering me for a second there.
No worries. Glad to have you back, though. Now let's see what Pod holds for us.
Well, we're gonna go. It looks like we just went directly to the boss right now, and if we could find that, we would get real good. We got a Desert Palace big key. It looked like in Pod, apparently.
Yep.
So we are set pretty much outside of. I mean, it's really, yeah, it was a Hera big key in Pod there. I guess we gotta. I think maybe the Desert Palace big key was marked there when it was supposed to be a Hera thing. There, yeah. So anyway, moving on. We've got our friend Helmasaur down on his side, and that is going to get us a big key to Ice Palace. Oh,
ooh.
yeah, Hey, that's everyone's favorite big tree.
Grody. I like it.
And back in we go, because we only got the first couple of items here. We're going to have to make a choice on Humbugh's side. Oh, never mind. I think he's already done that. Yep. That was when my stream was freaking out. But no, he's going to be able to clear everything out of here. So he's going to get all 14 items out of the pod here, just with a swift and fancy little hammer yump that he'll do in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
First, though, want to get these things out of the basement before anything else, though.
Yeah, we're getting a cape out of it, and check these 2 items down the bottom. Now,
WallKicks is slowly making his way over here. Pretty soon, gonna end up being able to get his flute from the smiths, and man, probably be quite unhappy about the string of events that led him to this point.
Yes, I feel so bad. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the thing with Crosskeys is that at some point, it's not necessarily making the wrong decision, but it's making the decision in a slightly less optimal order.
Yes.
And that can be the whole difference, because for these guys here, like, they're both well aware of the other guy's capabilities.
Oh, yeah.
And so probably here within the next 5 minutes, they're going to start thinking, oh man, they might start hovering their cursor there over the race time window just to see exactly, okay, has the other guy finished yet? Am I still alive? Am I dead?
Yep. And it's like it's been said in chat, is that timing is everything in Crosskeys, and a big part of that is timing what exactly. And
right.
There is that final pod key for WallKicks. Now go get your smith. Go get the little guy, and don't jerk him around anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Humbugh definitely has the advantage at the moment, just because he's got the knowledge of the flute, he's got the knowledge of fully on clearing pod. Hilariously enough, has not found another sword yet, so that's what he's missing.
Yep. Yeah, all these swords, where are they? The
swamp. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's so.
There are always 2 swords in swamp. That's how it goes, right?
And Tofile is pointing out something really, really smart. We did actually see that one sword ages ago at this point. So we were going to have to figure that out eventually. And I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, we haven't seen that side of what is it? The Spectacle Rock yet.
No.
And we've just cleared out the whole desert area. Now, I mean, I guess right now Graveyard Ledge is something that I'd be kind of curious about, as well as what's in the pyramid right now. I'm almost willing to put money on the big bomb there, leading us to the Skullwoods being pyramid. Oh, and getting word here that WallKicks did Graveyard Ledge. So yeah, I guess I can eliminate that, which means at some point we have a connector up to Turtle Rock Ledge. So I cannot remember exactly which one of those that we haven't done yet.
Oh my goodness, no. I have no idea.
Yeah. Bumper Cave is the one that kind of sticks into my head. as that could be the answer there. So I'm kind of wondering at what point do we see either of these runners go up and Humbug in particular there head his way over to Swamp Palace right now, or I believe he's seen it. Okay, so there's Bumper Cave right there at Bonk Rocks, and choosing not to go through it there, and I it's very easy that I could have missed that. Humbug has already seen the other side of it, so
yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing the other end, but perhaps.
Yeah, a lot of things have been happening here. So WallKicks making his way into the Mire area now. He sees, finally gets to see that Spike Cave is there. Now, we know there's nothing in it, but he'll probably make his way back there after checking a few of the other things around it. Or immediately. Yeah, but I mean, we're pretty close to like complete and total knowledge when it comes to things. So, all right, so Humbug going through Bumper Cave right now. So we're going to get to see where this pops out. And there's a decent chance this pops us right on the Turtle Rock ledge. So that's going to give us it's going to give us basically 3 more entrances here. And of course, my stream dies right then.
It's okay. It was a fortune teller on the Light World side of it. And going over to the left now, checking Dark World. There's the back of Skull Woods.
Ah, it's up here. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. But we still need that large key. Just 50 rupees in the chest there. So...
Alright, now Humbug is going to make his way back to Mothula now.
You're right. I got messed up. I apologize, chat.
Yeah, well, we're looking for a big key. That's the important thing right now. We're looking for a big key.
Yes.
We're going to see if this moth has it for us. If not, we're probably going to start going, ah, man, is it going to be at the top of GT? It's going to be at the top of GT, isn't it? As it's not on Mothula, so Humbug picks up his...
Fifth
crystal, 5th crystal, number of crystal.
Yes, several crystals, but not 7.
Not quite yet, but I mean, he does have the ability to be able to finish up Swamp Palace here once he gets over there. Still checking some entrances, trying to think what it is that he could be looking for. This makes sense. We have not seen Aga Tower yet, and this would be our last, like, really interesting place right now. Just 10 arrows, though. And there's a big key to Desert Palace right there. So that is gonna be putting Humbug into go mode right now. Well, he needs a sword.
Yes, he needs another sword. And we aren't able to access the sword on Spectacle Rock Ledge yet.
Yeah, and I'm kind of wondering if that
Floating Island. Was it Spec Rock? No.
Spectacle Rock, yeah. And I'm kind of wondering, what is he checking right now? Like, did he mismark? Is he checking for another sword?
Yeah, I guess that's what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised that he's not immediately booking it over to Swamp just with the, as it is. I guess check this quick, and then if you're right and you find Spec Rock entrance, you can go and just immediately clear like go mode Swamp.
Yeah, I guess. Don't want to have to do left side, avoiding left side Swamp.
I mean, that makes sense at some point if you to avoid that, but I mean, this seems slower to me.
Yes,
but
it is. It is more time consuming, even with a flute. You feel like you're traveling faster, but you're just doing little one-off checks all over the world.
Well,
when you could
either
just
way,
go into one dungeon and get it done.
Yeah, he's going to the right spot now, so he's back into the Dark World here. Desert Palace is basically right above him at the at these bonk rocks right above, and Swamp Palace being at the Cave 45 entrance here. So he's gonna probably be in full-on go mode here in very, very short order. At the very least, he'll be in 7 crystal mode, which is an awkward feeling, where you have 7 crystals, but you can't beat the game yet.
Where was that other sword that WallKicks pulled?
The other sword is in left side GT. That's in Rando room right now. So I mean, I gotta imagine he'll he Humbug knows that he hasn't done that yet. So that'll probably be on his list of things to do almost immediately. I can't imagine he goes left side Swamp in this scenario there. I don't know. I mean, this is getting down to the time, getting down to a pretty big thing here. I mean, now I think WallKicks is not by any means particularly far behind, but well, I mean, we're gonna see exactly what happens here. Humbug definitely has the lead though. So if you're rooting for WallKicks right now, I think what you're hoping for is that the other 2 swords are someplace like GT Climb, or because there's not, both of these guys have been unbelievably efficient. So we know that one of the swords is in locked in Spectacle Rock. If the other sword is, say, locked at the top of the climb or something right here, Humbug could theoretically spend a lot of time in this. But, I mean, WallKicks is still looking for things as well. So, I mean, like, win conditions for WallKicks are starting to get a little on the slim side. Okay, we're going to get our bomb jump over here from WallKicks here as we go ahead and start working our way through Swamp Palace for Humbug. First, well, I guess technically second chest here, not having a sword. And that is really all he's looking for. Now, the other thing for Humbug to think about is that GT today is just sitting in the middle of Kakariko. Ganon is actually right at the Magic Bat Vanilla entrance. So it's not difficult for him to get there.
Yeah, that is a quick flute and run right into GT.
Hey.
And we have reached bottle percent.
Still only a single sword for Humbug.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, going immediately to the back, because it's the only choice you could make here, really. It's amazing, like, we had that really super fast start to the seed. Then we had a long period of nothing, and now we're sitting here and we're looking right down the barrel of something like a sub 2. Hey, there's your second big key of the dungeon.
There we go. That is 3 vanilla dungeon big keys, if you include Hyrule Castle.
Oh, come on. All right, fair enough. I'm not arguing with you there. Technically right is the best kind of correct, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's not like picking up a pot key. Pot keys don't give you any text box, but picking up Hyrule Castle big key does give you the text box.
Yep, there is that. Okay, so for WallKicks right now, I believe he's checking connectors to try to find his way up onto that TR ledge, because for WallKicks, I don't think he has anything else to find here. Oh, this super fun fight over on Humbugh's side with Fighter Sword.
And WallKicks is not happy with that connector.
Alright, takes them all down here. Gets his silver arrow out. Takes down Argus. Still does not. Yeah.
Still no sword. Still no sword. This is still interesting. Looking between both the runners, it still gives WallKicks a chance to, at the very least, close the gap.
Well, WallKicks is headed right directly into Swamp Palace right now. So I feel like there's a pretty good chance that there's a greater chance that WallKicks will full clear this. I don't know if he'll do left side. I think he might kind of go with, you know what, if it's left side at this point, I think I've lost. It might be one of those kind of metagaming choices. But it would also be really good for him if it turns out that there is the fourth sword is sitting on left side swamp. We know it's not going to be in Hookshot Cave, because I'm pretty sure we saw WallKicks do this earlier.
Yes, WallKicks already cleared this out. And it is not interesting, to say the least. You want compasses? Because Hookshot Cave got your compasses.
Alright, for those of you who kind of maybe stepped away for a second here, the Desert Palace Big Key right now is currently sitting in Aga Tower, which is on the Spiral Cave entrance. Now, I'm watching Humbugh here. He's checking. Ooh, good silver arrow usage there to kill that Lionel and get him out of your way. He's gonna go and open up GT right now, looking for another sword. And this is gonna pay out for him, because there you go. This is the Spectacle Rock entrance. We know for sure that there is this second sword up here, so this is gonna put Humbugh into go mode here at about the 150, 145 point. It's gonna be a save and quit. He's gonna get his way immediately back over to the this area here, flute himself over into Kakariko. He's on his way to fight Ganon.
Yeah, he lucked into that, taking that dive and getting himself that sword.
To be honest, it was a pretty good call on his point there. I mean, I was kind of wondering exactly what he was doing, but like going through and thinking about it, probably from his perspective, he's got everything cleared.
Yep.
And if you've got everything except for like 2 places cleared, and you know that one of them has a sword, like considering your other option is to go through GT and I don't know, maybe find it at the very top. I think he made the right decision there. All right, so this isn't a super fun fight by any means, but gonna take advantage of having the cape to just go ahead and get your double spins here on Ganon. With Master Sword, the only way that you can damage him is if you've got a is if you spin. But Ganon is just playing super nice here. Alright, now WallKicks went ahead. He took down Argus just a second ago, but at this point it really does look like it's going to be too little too late for him, because he's going to still have to find Skull Woods and still get his Desert Palace Big Key. They are directly next to each other, but unfortunately he's going right back into Skull Woods to check left side. Humbugh, on the other hand, is already at phase 4 and takes a Fire Bat there, so not going to get the easy way here. Trying to mirror there. There's some nerves there. All right, 3 arrows into Ganon here. He's going to set him up for one more. Stuns him, pulls out the silver arrow, fires it into him, and that is going to be a win for Humbugh there. Go ahead, get your GGs into chat there for Humbugh. He is just going to... Yeah, sub 2, kind of... Can't say you're shocked at it at this level here, but yeah, Humbugh crosses the line there, takes game 1 of the semifinals here with an official time of 1:54.35. Well done to Humbugh.
Yeah, that was excellent.
And sure enough, here that was just some excellent play from both sides. I mean, I sub 2 in Crosskeys is not as easy as these guys make it look.
Oh, definitely. It's rare that you get it, and when you do, it's tense. It's tense the whole time, because if you find yourself getting things quickly and you seem to be making good time, always on your mind is, well, did they get it first? It's always, did they get it first? And yeah, it keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole match. We will be getting joined by Humbugh now shortly. He just needs a moment to grab some water.
I don't blame him at all. Like after a race like that, if you're not like still kind of shaking a little bit and like trying to catch your breath there, because yeah, I mean at 1:54 typically, yeah, you're like, I've got a pretty good chance of winning this seed, but at the same time you're kind of going, man, if my opponent, who is more than capable of doing the same thing that I'm currently doing, did it even slightly faster, I just got to shrug my shoulders. Like, and here you go. Immediately, we're looking at this. We've got WallKicks on his way to going exactly where he needs to go to finish this game.
And we are joined now by Humbugh. GG's.
GG's.
What a seed. What a seed. That was awesome.
That was weird.
It was really weird.
It was really weird, yeah, right? It felt strange from start to finish. I felt like, and especially like the end was so great in every way somehow, but yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was a really interesting seed, I have to say. It was fast and furious with items at the beginning, and then it just kind of got stagnant for a little bit. Both you and WallKicks diverged almost immediately with your routing. And it stayed that way pretty much the entire seed. There wasn't a lot of step and step. You guys were on other sides of the world going completely different routes for pretty much the entire thing.
That must have made it really interesting just to watch the race then.
Oh yes, for us as commentators, it made it very difficult to keep track of where anything was.
Fair enough. It makes it hard, right?
Oh
Fair.
yes.
Oh, super fun though. Super fun.
Oh, very fun. It was just a matter of we were looking at one person's screen while somebody took a connector, and by the time you'd blink and look back, it was, they are now in the dark world, and we don't know how they got there.
Yeah, the connectors in this one were so important, and the fact that you needed the cape from the back of Pod just to find Skullwoods, I guess that's what tripped WallKicks up. The connector to Turtle Rock Bridge. That was so rude. Such a rude placement for Skullwoods, and well, technically also Agate Tower, but you could have gotten that earlier, but no one does. So
honestly, like what really hurt WallKicks at one point there is because he had picked up the Smiths. He was just leading the Smiths around, but at one point he hadn't gone up to the north side of like Lost Woods area, right? So he hadn't gone into Uncle Drop yet. And yeah, he walks in there.
Yeah, okay.
And bye goes Smith.
Bye Smith.
And
that's a big oof. Yeah, the
flute
was nice in the end there.
Yeah, because you needed the flute to be able to get into Pod, to get into the dam, and all of that good stuff was in that area. So I mean, it didn't. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal because I mean he's what, like now immediately in go mode here at 1:59:30. So I mean he's not far behind you, but at the same time, yeah, it was enough.
It's enough to make you have to like find the bumper cave connector and not being able to go through.
Right.
At one point, you have to make a decision when you find the cape. When do I go back to check that?
Right.
I mean, I had a lot of connectors left. Well, not a lot, but a dwindling amount. Sure. When I found that connector, so I immediately didn't want to follow it. And like, if I didn't have the cape, I certainly wouldn't have tried to. But it would have been hard not to last locate that entrance, I feel.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like at one point, like kind of watching with like knowledge of both of you guys there, like we were able to kind of suss out that, yeah, okay, so you need to get to the Meyer area. And then you guys got into Meyer area and you didn't get enough. Like you didn't find Skull Woods and you didn't find Agate Tower. So it's like, okay, let me look at the map here. What's remaining? And it's like, okay. And so eventually we kind of got to it that it was probably going to be that one. It was going to be that one thing. And it was just, dang.
Did WallKicks find another sword?
Yes. That was one
left side GT.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Rando room left side GT.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, this was a second race in a row where I accidentally skipped a chest. Like this time I realized when I saw the compass counter, like the item counter in Thieves Town, so I went back in. But can someone tell me how to not skip chests in this game?
Dude,
jeez.
Do not talk to me, all right? Like seriously, I do the same thing, so like I cannot help you there.
Fair enough.
I mean, you've seen me do it. I think the same chest.
Unfortunately, yeah, I have.
So, all right. So WallKicks takes down Landmo 2. So he's gonna head over and kill the pig here on his side. So he'll be just a couple more minutes behind us there. But yeah. So you guys got any plans there for? Have you guys talked about game 2 at all yet, or?
We have. I don't think it's been scheduled yet, but we talked about Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So not that far ahead. I can't play anymore today, like this Saturday, but Sunday is good. So that's probably going to be our game 2.
Okay, well, that just sounds good. A little bit more normal times for I guess most of America here. But
yeah, and
this was great for me. I don't. This was fantastic for me, guys. So I mean, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, have you guys scheduled your next match yet? Is it going to be the same time?
we no, it's not going to be the same time. Hell no. Like WallKicks and I live on actual opposite sides of the world, so it's hard to get to like schedule between a West Coast American and a European. But yeah, I honestly don't mind getting up a bit early in the morning. That's fine. I got up at 6 today. But yeah, I mind a bit more staying up late. So it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Which is more normal for the both of us.
Yeah, that sounds nice. 3:30 Eastern. Okay. Well, sorry, not 3:30. 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Very nice. Yeah. That'll be good. That's a good kind of prime time.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully the race will be exciting as well.
Well, I mean, this one was a ton of fun to watch here. As WallKicks puts his fourth arrow there into Ganon, and go ahead and go make sure to get your GGs into chat there for WallKicks as well. We're going to get you his time as soon as he crosses the line there. Really, really great race from both of you. Just been a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was a wonderful race to watch, and we are joined now by WallKicks as well. GGs.
Yo, GG's and GG's humbug.
GG, dude.
So, question for you guys. Did you know that picking up the item off of the uncle deletes the smith?
I thought just entering that,
I thought it was
like
No.
those rooms would delete the smith.
No, because the smith and the uncle were in the same room.
Really?
Yeah, but I picked up the item and he was gone. So instead of getting the flute at like 35 minutes, I got the flute at an hour and 40 minutes.
Oof.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about before you came in here. Yeah, that was honestly that was the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it would have made it closer. I'm sure Humbug probably still wins in this scenario, but that was just something that, like, the moment I saw the smith give me the flute, I knew. I'm like, I am in so much trouble.
Yeah, at least we didn't get the same master sword. That could have been an issue.
Because I was in Spec Rock.
Yeah, guess from where?
Pyramid.
GT.
GT. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Finally, nice. GT entrance sort of required. Useful, at least.
Useful, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. It was that was a weird seed with all of the early items and the early visible items that you couldn't grab, kind of baiting you to try to figure out how you're supposed to get to them. And for Humbug, it really paid off. He was able to find that connector in the end because you had 3 entrances left.
Something like that, yeah. Well, in the end here, yeah, I had 3 entrances: Turtle Rock Main and Pyramid Ferry.
Yep. It was an interesting seed for sure to be watching. I'm really happy that you guys managed to get this scheduled, and we managed to get it restreamed because this was definitely one to watch.
Oh yeah, and again, GG's Humbug. Like, this was an interesting seed. Overall, played it okay. I thought had some issues. Like, I did veterans before this. Some seed bleed happened. Had a couple of entrances that were the same. Had a couple of items that were the same, and I was like, something's going on. But GG's, dude. This was fun.
Yeah, GG. It was a strange seed. I also, well, first of all, I need to learn to pick up every chest in dungeon that I find. Second of all, I need to learn the difference between, like, the abbreviation of the Turtle Rock entrances in my tracker. Like, the left entrance is TRL, but I always read that as TR lower.
Oh,
which is bad. So when I tried to get the Trinex, I ended up on the laser eye entrance was wait, What?
Yep. That's...
And then I tried to steal the key from the pokey again. He didn't have a second one, so that just threw me up completely. And then I just had to take a deep breath and keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you both again. GG's to both of you. I want to... are there any last comments from either of you or my co-commentator, Days Cloud?
No, I can't say anything from my side. I was just enjoying this entire race there with both of you guys. It's always fun watching you guys go at it. So,
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I think my last comment is, hey, I learned something new about Rando today.
Thank you all. It was great. Can't wait for your next match. Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, was it?
At least we talked about it. We haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
We'll see it on the schedule whenever you make a solid one.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I want to thank my co-commentator, Days Cloud, and both of our trackers today, Tofile and Lady Laura Linda, who helped us get all of this on the go. Make sure that you guys follow the runners, and we will catch you all for some more Crosskeys another time soon. Bye-bye.